Day 2 on a new server. So in this case, we're gonna go through the day 2 and of a completely new account, and we will check out what to do to maximize the rewards in the first week without spending anything at the moment. A very usual question is, so it happens quite often, that people ask, why does it matter that we put in the effort in the first week? And the reason why that matters is that there are a couple of challenges, for example these ones you see, that we can unlock already. And to complete these challenges that are gonna be available, you're gonna get things that you would otherwise need to spend quite significant amount of money on. That's the idea. Or you would need to spend like months and months of grinding. And this would give you a somewhat better quick start. However, you can be competitive even by not doing this all at once in week 1, but just by casually, let's say, investing like 10 minutes to half an hour almost each day. You can even skip a couple of days, and then you can also make good progress, both on the single player and the PvP player versus player option. Okay, so it doesn't mean that we have to complete everything. After all, this is not a Stakhanovist course, but it helps get a good quick start. So first of all, we're gonna get the unit just in case we got something good, but we still need like up to 9 tries, with each try having approximately 1%, 1 to 1.5% chance of getting a good SSR unit. We have been quite unlucky so far. First thing that we need to do, usually when we log in, is to check the events and claim the 120 daily movements energy. You'll have to do the same thing at 17:30 and between 17:30 and 20:30, and between 20:30 at midnight. If you don't, in that case, you'll have to spend about like 20 diamonds to collect it. So that's not the end of the world. I usually still go ahead, and I oftentimes don't have time to do this like every single day, 3 times a day. After all, that's also be careful with developing addiction. Okay, so the issue is that the reason why you have these offers like 3 times a day is so that you think about the game itself. Okay, this is some sort of a gamification and game design option. You think about the game itself, and the more you think about it, the more you're gonna be invested in it. And once you're invested in the game itself, sooner or later, this becomes part of your identity that you play, right? And if this is part of your identity, sooner or later, you will figure out that, oh, I want to be more competitive, and if I want to be more competitive, then I'll spend real money, right? And if this is the thought process behind your decision of spending, in that case the problem is gonna be that you will end up being a bit less in control over the decisions. Some people spend money in a different way. I'll tell you how I spent money on this already, by the way. I was like, okay, I enjoyed it quite a lot. You see that I'm even creating content right now. So given that I enjoy it, it's like I usually reward the developers with an amount of money. For example, I purchased F123 for like Champion Edition for like $60-70 equivalent of euros, right? This is not worth $60 to $70 to me, so Era of Chaos, I guess, because after all, I see the effort. It's quite a lot of effort, but it's not compared to like a full-fledged racing simulator. So I was like, okay, I'll gradually spend like $20 max. Okay, so $20 max. And I figured out what makes the most sense, and I started investing in basically 2 things: Growth Fund 1 and one other thing. And then this gave me like some more return. And then I also made the decision that on that account I'm not gonna invest anything at all anymore. and then it's clear cut. Sometimes I was like, okay, why not? Why not invest a bit more? After all, I can afford it. But then I reminded myself these were my rules. That's it. So this is one way to invest. That was my way. But in case of some people, you just proceed and you just cannot really control whether you want to proceed just a bit more because you're invested. This is when think about whether this is something you really want or it's just your mind telling you that you need to be invested. Okay, let's collect the bonuses. Many of the payments are, by the way, they don't give you most of an edge, they just give you a temporary edge, not a permanent one. So, also read the mail, because every single day you get a special energy pack. Here it is, 60. Then, claim whatever missions, and by the way, the missions also focus your efforts. I usually ignore the missions at the beginning of the day. The reason why I ignore it is that we need to spend the energy so that we can get more energy with time. You see, we can spend like 300, that's quite a lot. We can also claim energy from our friends and send them energy. So this is a very good option. It's like we got 34 energy. Don't underestimate the, not this one, but the friends option. So usually what I do is send all, yeah, requests, confirm all, add, whoever can be added, I request them to be added. And this is reciprocating, so I'm not gonna go Machiavellian and just claim the energy after like 2-3 days and don't send them back anything. I play it in a fair way, okay? So even if it gives them an edge as well, it gives you an edge as well. And if someone takes advantage of me, so be it. Maybe I could monitor it a bit better to see who doesn't send me energy and only reciprocate those who send me. That could be an optimization option. So, let's see. We have 2 locations to advance. One is, let's check our characters. So here I'm not seeing much. Here we can do something. So we'll start with sweeping. After all, we have a lot of energy. So right away, we cannot do the 10 yet, so we have to do it one by one. Oh, this is boring, but we need to spend some energy. We'll level up most likely quite soon. So I'll do double at the moment, and once there is the 10 option, I'll just press the 10, but you need to be level 30 for that. So I'll press this button 10 times. Oh, can't wait for the times 10. And now we leveled up. Campaign system, this is what I wanted to reach yesterday, and it seems like we were missing some points, but not that much. So after all, 16 times 6, this is what we were missing, 96 energy, 96 experience. So if I could have gotten the 96 experience, we could have played the campaign yesterday. This is a marginal edge, maybe some optimization would be required to make this happen. I don't yet know how, but we weren't that bad actually. So we will continue spending energy until we're below 120, and then I'll show you the campaign. Campaign is kind of interesting, as well as the artifacts, they are interesting as well, and they level you up quite fast as well. So upgrade here and get 10 units. Let's spend some more energy. By the way, you'll get energy in the like 2 more times today, so you'll be able to complete the missions anyway. Fine. So we're done with that. Then upgrade and level up here. What else? So upgrade here, and we're on a mission to spend a bit more energy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the way to 10. We need to make sure that we keep 120 energy in total for the dungeon mission. 12 times 10. So here I'll sweep just 5 times. No, actually 10 times it's fine. But then I'll focus on the underground mission. so that I have enough energy. I just do it 5 times. And now that we are here, we'll quickly do the administration level ups, whatever is required. We'll do it a couple of times to stay competitive and reduce the chance of spending energy for no reason. This is when the opponents can defeat you, or have a chance to defeat you, or you don't get 3 stars. So, also it may happen that some of the units become stronger, and then I'll need to change the layout or the units that I use, because their synergy is also important. So, quick clicking, and we're done. Now, let's see what's going on in the missions part. So, we got some. Oh, and we're already level 28, or 27 actually. This doesn't give us anything, fortunately, so there is no tutorial added. So we only did this 5 times, not 10 times, so we'll go here and we check out if we can make any progress. Remember, chapter 3 was done, now chapter 4. And right now 32,000, opponent 25,000, let's optimize. So we keep these rows busy, although I would swap these, because here we get some more adversity. And I'll swap these and risk losing this Griffin as the only unit that no, actually no, let's not risk losing the Griffin, which is stronger. This is 5,100 for, yeah, it doesn't matter, it's borderline. Then I'll still swap them so that I'll capitalize on the secondary skills of this unit. And let's see if we have anything. It's 4,200. This unit is weaker, but this is a ranged unit. 4,100 versus 3,600. So it may pay off to change an attack unit to a defense one. And it may also pay off to change the range to an attack, because now we're a bit out of balance. We need to reach level 28 to get a 7th unit. We would need the attacker unit as well. But for now the ranged unit can defend a bit well than the attacker one. So that's why this is the thought process behind this layout. And on top we're gonna make progress with the healer and the storm elemental. They are quite good. So we're attacking the back row, that's what the cavaliers are doing. And we try not to lose any units, or at least we try not to lose more than 2. So this was kind of straightforward. Then we'll collect these diamonds. We'll need them quite soon, possibly today. These are not the diamonds that are scarce, these are different ones that we can use in the mage guide. So I would not dare doing this, but I'll need 4 more sweeps. So let me see, what kind of units do I want to develop. I want to develop this unit. So 1, 2, 3. We were unlucky, we didn't get any of these unit shorts, but we could try anyway. And I'll just sweep these units. We get the scrolls. This is part of our missions as well, and now we have completed this. Okay, arena, dwarven treasure, crypts, I will do them later. Campaign. So regarding a campaign, I think that we're good. We should be good. Let's see if we got anything enabled. Mage guide is not there yet. Artifacts. So here is an artifact part, and for the artifacts you need the astrologer. So in the astrologer you can choose between these 2 options. For now the choice is more or less indifferent. You know, a sword is about attack, mage is about like spell power, right? And this is more like defense. I would go for attack for now. Although both have their merits, I'm undecided at the moment. You see that we have this stone that will be collected. This saves you 200 diamonds. What's really interesting is that you see that you either use one of these purple stones to get an artifact, or use 200 diamonds. But What's not logical is that if you go to the roster and you check the treasure store, here oftentimes you get, yeah, there it is, Astro Silver. That's called Astro Silver, by the way, even though it's purple. Discounted from 400 to 300, so yeah, it's 150 per unit. So if you want to spend on artifacts on level 4, this may be an option, but at the moment I would not rush this, because we don't have a problem with advancing. What's important is that we advance, and wherever you see something red, you see, you just do the administration. So here as well, let's see, we have options to deploy. When you see deploy and not change, in that case you don't take units away from other rosters. Obviously the option is that you upgrade the roster and maximize it as much as possible, and then you have the percentage bonuses, and with that you optimize the different units. Whether this unit, for example, here a Cavalier, remember yesterday I moved this from castle to charging, because I knew that we have more than enough castle units, and then you can change them on demand. And you see that once again we have this bug, at least I don't know why, but we have this red dot. I think that the reason why we have the red dot is that one of the units, one of the rosters that were not unlocked yet have an action item. I think this is what's behind the thought process. Here I just press activate all. This gives us some power, and this may matter just a bit in the next mission. The next mission is campaign. So this campaign, you can either press this go to and focus your efforts and collect the 100 experience later and maybe even level up. The other option is that you click campaign here. It leads you to the same place. This is an interesting one, including artifact digging and a lot of other topics. So the idea is that you need to complete 15 challenges in total. The first one is kind of pathetic in terms of the 6700 power, but you know, we have to start somewhere. And okay, let me use 2 defense units. Here the name of the game is a bit different than in other cases, because if you lose a unit, then it's over. The unit cannot be used this day anymore on these 15 challenges. You have to reset the campaign the day after, and once you reset it, you'll be able to use the unit again the day after. But in one day you have one shot, so for this reason I would ensure that my units keep on living. Because if I run out of defense units, for example, that's a problem. Don't focus on defense too much, because if you do, then the problem is gonna be that the opponent's attackers will sooner or later wear out the defenders, because they don't have infinite health and infinite defense, obviously. So you need to have a balance, but focus just a bit more on defense than offense. And we get this Empire medal. This is gonna be used later, and we get in the store, and we also get some artifacts. We're not worrying about the artifacts yet. Oh no, actually we do, because we have to, because the tutorial tells us to. Too bad that we cannot turn off the tutorial. Hopefully sooner or later we will be able to, because this is not my first time of going through. So far all you need to do is click. I'm telling you what to focus on right away. This one. We have components of an artifact, and this artifact is kind of interesting because it gives you extra mana points for spells, and it also gives you a bonus that your opponent will have less mana points. So this can turn the battle, especially when your units are strong. Very good. We have a couple of team members in the guild. We'll focus on that quite soon, but for now we're gonna continue with the campaign. So we'll keep the existing lines busy and we'll charge with the rest. Good. These should be easy. I think we should complete all 15 levels without a problem. We cannot do fast play, but the autoplay is sufficient. And by the way, if you're doing badly, I did it too slowly, so in the next battle I'll show you. If you do it badly, you pause and cancel and maybe rearrange your team. So treasure map piece, just like in the original Heroes of Might and Magic, you have treasure map. Obvious. Once you get a red cross, then you can start digging on the same day. You don't require a full day, just like on Heroes of Might and Magic. You can just go nuts and dig immediately, and you get a somewhat stronger artifact. Okay, let's rearrange the units and let's charge. And I'll show you. I'll have a bit of time to show you what to do. So if the battle is going badly and you see that you're gonna lose most likely, or you lose too many units, you press this pause, and then exit. And if you exit, you can restart the battle with the units that were already lost still being available, because then the pause and exit means that basically the whole battle scene just didn't happen. It just happened in your imagination. So here we have options. Later we'll have 3 options. Now we have just 2 options. Intelligence and knowledge is kind of the worst choice to have. We don't need any of them. We're not that strong yet. We would focus on defense units and the defense options, and then on offense. Why defense rather than offense? Simply because if you have defense favored over offense, then your units tend to live longer, especially when attackers are exposed directly. So if all your units are behind defenders, then maybe you need a bit less of this, but it's better. It's better if your units live. So this should be very easy as well. We change the defenders, and basically that's it. I could change these units as well to be behind defenders, to be a bit closer, but it doesn't really matter. So then, chargers will eliminate the back row as usual, and the front row is weak anyway, so they have no chance. Next. Every single level we have something. Here, I'm undecided usually, and week 1 I just get the free one. You need this Heavencast stone to upgrade artifacts. That's the only objective of it. In some cases you have 2, in other cases you have just 1 option. It depends on your experience and investments, obviously. I just take the 1. I'm not gonna invest diamonds, but be mindful that if you're short on these items and you cannot get them and you want to get them fast, in that case this is, I think, the cheapest option to purchase this Heavencast stone. But in week 1 we will need our energy elsewhere, and your future self will be very grateful for the saved diamonds, because sometimes you'll need to spend like 20,000, 30,000 diamonds all at once to get something really, really good. Okay. I think I made the mistake in the row alignment, but that's not a problem. Moving on. Good. We'll do artifact administration later, we'll just make progress now. Here, so we have 3 different rows. Good question. I think we're gonna be fine. Maybe charger versus charger makes sense. After all, I think they are gonna have like 40% of our power in total, so we should be good. Same unit against the same unit, so we should be good to go and win very easily. There is some healing going on, so this is a bit more difficult. But we can heal too. You see the stats, you can see that it was a good choice to add the Storm Elemental here. And in the heal option you see that the opponent is doing, so if they have a monk, they do 100% of the healing. So, return and continue. Next, we can get another buff. These are called buffs, and when you see things like evasion or critical damage might be better than evasion, because if you are lucky, then you cause more damage, and you can choose to be lucky by replaying the battles multiple times. You know, so this may be better than evasion, but just the regular attack power is the safe choice. If I could choose between attack and defend, I would choose defend every day. So this is still an easy one, and you see we're collecting this currency as well. In the meantime, we have two options actually. One option is that we go for the back row immediately. The other option is just we double charge here, and then we eliminate the charger quickly and then go for the back row. Both works. This gives you a bit longer route to the back row, but it's fine as well. Yeah, and actually no one defended the back row anyway, so this is an even unnecessary argument. Okay, we're moving forward. Later, by the way, these easy battles can be swept. So I think first 9, first 10, first 11, depending on your skill level, you don't have to do these monotonous battles every day. Just the last ones that are gonna be difficult. So expect also difficult ones. And you won't complete the campaign every single day. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. So even though we didn't do it on day 1, sooner or later we will catch up with a difficulty level where we cannot progress, and the limiting factor is gonna be the strength of our army, right? And if the strength is limiting, in that case the time of when you started the campaign won't matter. It only matters to us to maximize our rewards in the first week. If it matters, I will find a way to increase the skill level to, or not skill level, experience level to 26 or 25 wherever this campaign goes on, so that we can have a chance to play it on the first day as well, not just on the second day. But I have an assumption right now that it really doesn't matter. So opponents are getting a bit more powerful, just a bit more. I'm used to, by the way, seeing millions of these power, not just 10,000s, so we will have challenges in the future. The main campaign, think about it as a tutorial and a way of unlocking some basic resource gathering, that's all. Nothing more is important in there. Okay, we're still fine. Let's move ahead. Sometimes you get artifacts from these chests as well. So level 10, still very easy. That's the thing, everything is easy initially if you come prepared. If you come unprepared, then it's gonna be really hard and you won't be able to progress. Okay, I'm capitalizing on the chargers doing the job quickly before we get enough damage to lose units. And by the way, later, once you're a duke, you'll be able to resurrect units as well. Okay, here the choice won't matter, after all the units are weak. Level 11 out of 15. Let's see. Yeah, I have not much to add, just entertain the rows with defenders to win time, so that the chargers eliminate the back row and come back to the front row. They are the ones who deal more damage. And in the meantime they defend our back row, so that the Storm Elemental can do his charm, and the Monk can heal in the meantime. So this means that you see that our health is like sometimes going upwards because of the Monks. And this is good. This is a good setup. For a beginner on day 2, I couldn't wish for more. Okay, next. Level 12. Obvious reasons, I explained why I made this change before. Charger versus charger, and we're stronger. Okay, after the wall demolishing, units will do their job, and we're ready. So we have 3 more. This will come quite quickly. We will get this unit in about 5 days. You know Galu, by the way, from the story of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Same Galoo. Okay. Sounds like a correct setup. And they have no chance either. Maybe we'll lose a unit sooner or later, who knows. But for now, this is just not a challenge. But it's good news because we can move ahead, even though we are really unlucky with this intelligence knowledge. At this stage you don't even need to know what this means, at least on week 1. Later you will. Later we may deal with it, but for now it's indifferent. Okay. And if we run into trouble, it might happen, then we just stop and restart and reorganize. Or wait until the end of the day when we level up anyway. It's safe to complete this campaign at the beginning of the day, because as long as we're strong enough, we cannot overachieve here. That's the deciding factor. We cannot overachieve. We can underachieve, but wherever you see it, you face resistance, you just stop and wait. And oftentimes you can just complete everything. So last one, 24,000, still manageable, especially that they have a bit more range units than we do. And they also have the wall, so they need to demolish the wall first. So then. Yeah, this wall is quite thick. That's why their health bar is not decreasing, the red health bar. But even if we lose units, we're done for the day. We didn't even lose units. Okay, this was a flawless day. Congratulations. You need to check if there is anything you haven't picked up, most likely you have. And let's go to the artifacts. Okay. I usually ensure that I give a balanced view on what I focus on. I told you that we need to focus on this well, because it's powerful. So, regeneration of friendly hero by 0.4. This is not much yet, but later it will be a lot more. And it also drains from the opponents. Okay. And here you can get more of these components. So this is one. The trap of many people is that they focus everything on the top, because we usually proceed from top to bottom. So be mindful of this. If you see like level 15, level 20, while everything else is like level 2 to 5, in that case you know that you were out of balance. Many beginners make this mistake, including myself for the first time. So, we got some rewards, they are always welcome. And let's see what else we can do. Oh, we have the mage guide. And we have a 7th unit to work with, so this will increase our strength quite a lot. So mage guide, it's on the right. I told you that in the underground we had some special diamonds, and we're gonna spend these special diamonds. So we're here, you see these are not the diamonds that are precious, these are the ones that can only be found in the dungeon. So we level up 5 times. You can choose to level up in a different, more balanced way as well, it doesn't matter. And you see that we've spent 180, there is like 10 remaining. It's not urgent to level up. At all. So let's see, we got another chest. That helps. And you get these privilege points in the chests. And in the privileges you can level up and become a duke. Sooner or later. Here it is. It takes time though. So you need to spend all the privilege points. Let's see, collect energy, that's always important. 1 daily refresh in the mystical store, good question. The altar silver key doesn't matter much. This one could matter even at the expense of energy. or I go for the energy, who knows. Both are fine. I will initially go for the energy. It's a micro decision after all, so it matters for a day or two. I just regretted my decision. It's a borderline one. We could think about it for a bit more. Okay, to get a balance of all balanced units, we could consider the charger, or we could consider the defender. Because right now we only have one defender and that's a risk. It depends. It depends. We have one defender, one charger. Another option is 3600 here, 5200. This is a no-brainer, then we will have a charger. And we'll reassign the units. Okay. One option with a charger is that you can place them in the back row to defend, and then this will attract the chargers of other of the opponents. So this is a sneaky tactic as well. All right. Then, what else do we need to do? This is easy. So you just press 2 buttons and collect the XP. Then altar event. It's easy. So you take the free ones. Always leave a couple of silver keys. You get quite a lot of silver keys every day to complete this event at the beginning of the day. So I'll go down to 20 and I'll leave that 20. We have a new unit, not an existing unit, but some more tokens. Try again. And try once more. And return. Sometimes we need to have some extra energy on unit leveling up. Okay, the guild. Let's see what's going on in the guild. So we have some team members. This is always excellent. You can send a recruit message a couple of times a day. It's always free. And let's see. I claimed the rewards, and the next claiming is 9 PM. Always donate. So I donate 5 times. There is no auto donation yet. It will happen later. That you just press the button once. And we have the store. Not much to buy at the moment. Don't forget to pick up the daily pack. And to keep the units entertained, you might consider spending a gold package, a basic gold package. Although, to get 2 silver keys in exchange for 48 diamonds and let people use to get them getting rewards, I mean, it's borderline. The reward sending, the only thing that pays off in my opinion, is not the diamond. Although you send one and you get these scrolls, it may help a bit, but not for that amount of diamonds. But if you purchase this this artifact level up ingredient, this may make sense, but for that you need to spend more than $10 to activate this feature. That's VIP level 3. So it's out of question at the moment. So let's make some moves. So we were attacked and defeated by the opponent guild. So it seems like that they want to achieve monopoly and they start raiding us, right? It might happen that that they start bullying us a bit. That's a problem of a beginner's guild, right? Unfortunately, we cannot get this feature activated yet. Guild level 6, it's a long way from now. It's gonna be important one day. So we'll go and wander around. Let's see. Keymaster stand and obelisk. That's what we need to find. I have no idea where they are. So you know what? I just made some erroneous moves, but I'll explore the unknown. Let's see, how strong is the no, it's just recruitment. So if it's recruitment, you recruit, obvious. Spending gold is not a problem. So we have 2 options. occupy and earn, obvious. And here, occupy and claim. And this should be a strong unit. Yeah, strong. I'm not sure if this should be attacked at the moment, because then we go back to square one. Okay, we'll try, and we may fail. So, charge unit, defense unit instead, and I think we're good. So defense unit goes to the front, this eliminates the back row. Yeah, we should be fine. And let's just see, I won't accelerate the combat, it seems like that we're fine. Yeah, we're strong enough. So we're balanced. I was just afraid because sometimes it got me into surprises during the first few weeks. Okay. Now, the idea of this type of realm is that you chat with these people. They want something from you. Whenever you see that they want gold, just exchange. Or you can visit others. And you see, don't spend resources against resources, spend gold against resources all the time. And you can decide which one you want. I just go for the scrolls at the moment. I usually just accept the first one because I want to get done with this fast. Okay, here we have a blocking unit and I don't think that we're gonna be strong enough. But we can explore the rest of the bottom area. I think there is a tent somewhere down there most of the time. Yeah, not activated. There you go, we're activating the red tent. Amazing. This means that we made some progress and the red... Yeah, that's it. The red border guard has vanished. Okay, moving on. This should be an easy one. No, actually it just gave us some extra. Now let's activate. We're gonna get 2 archers per day, if I'm not mistaken. And attack. They are strong as well, but hopefully not that strong. Let's reorganize the units. And we should manage this without major casualties. Yeah. Because those skill diamonds are also important. And we ran out of movement, so that's it for now. We made some progress, which helps. So we're collecting the extras and purchasing energy. I would say in the first week go for it. 50 diamonds and you get more than 10,000. It helps you level up and you get measurable rewards in the first week. I do it later as well, by the way. And you spend 50 diamonds, you just need to spend 250 more to get this reward, 100 XP, and it levels you up. So we will spend the diamonds as well. And this means that we're done with the missions. Those missions that are not done yet are gonna be completed before midnight, so late in the evening. The reason is that we might still level up. So what can we do now? Before the heroes, let's go and claim our second hero. Because this is day 2, remember, we have a new hero to claim. He's a healer and he's really bad at auto combat because this hero heals units that are not meant to be healed in the first place. But that's why I was here, because we will level up Ryland as well, or Ryland, whatever his real name is. And we'll focus on Catherine for now, because Ryland is not gonna be our main hero anyway. he will contribute sometimes to events where we need multiple heroes or a hero with a specific faction, but for now our main focus is Catherine to progress until at least the end of level 11. So specialty nothing, and we cannot promote her yet. We could, because I know where to get 5 shards, but for now we just stay. You see, evaluation and lineup, no, it speaks for itself that no one commented on him. But focusing, leveling him up a bit still helps, and it's not that expensive, and it pays off first of all because you spend, and in the first week you'll get rewarded for spending these scrolls, and second, sometimes he will be useful. So leveling him up is a no-brainer at this stage. We don't have other heroes to spend money on anyway. Or not money, scrolls. So third level is a no-brainer, it's really cheap. You will get hundreds of these scrolls every single day. I do it in a balanced way though, so it's I don't level him up to level 4 or 5 immediately. And I do this for all spells. So this will unlock some bonuses as well, quite soon. And we're done. Specialty, there is nothing yet here, and we cannot promote him yet. So I think we're set with the heroes part. And I'm surprised we didn't get any extras, because I think on one of the days, yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow, so we're gonna get quite a few rewards because we spent quite a lot of spare scrolls. We were supposed to get to artifacts on day 3 only. That's why, so we're not getting any artifact Astro Silver rewards yet, it seems like. So, units. Given that we had a hard time making progress, I will just do some upgrade sweeps. Just focusing on what is needed. This one is needed. The timestamp button is still not active, so we need to level up a bit more. It's not a problem if we don't make that much progress, because it's better if we make progress when we're strong. So focusing on the unit doesn't hurt, and I'm not seeing that we're missing anything by not claiming, let's say, energy potions. We would miss a lot more by not spending energy on time, because those extra energy units stack up. So we cannot do much here, but here we can get the extra wood. And here as well. We'll need to make progress quite soon on level 5, I'm just making sure that we're in a good shape. Next one. And it's quite surprising that we don't really have any extra upgrade requests, except for here, but it's gonna be quite cheap as well. We're below 120 again, so this means that we can use the time to get energy. We can optimize, by the way. I think we could get that 90 energy if we spent energy optimally and started befriending everyone in the morning on day 1 and sending each other energy. I think it would be quite easy. It's quite easy to get to the campaign that I showed you earlier on day 1 with some extra effort. So 29, nothing is happening. Next one is gonna be mastery refreshes. That's why we attacked those monsters in the guild campaign. Because mastery refreshes allow us to level up the unit skills. The special skills that we unlocked. I'll show you where they are. So they are right here. These skills. These are in level 1. We can go up to level 4, 5 or 6 initially. Oh, and something is wrong here. We missed... Oh yeah, we have to level them up again. Because we leveled up by leveling the units up. Sometimes this is a chore. But I want to go to the battle prepared. And it's realistic to see that it's not that complicated. I'm not sure if it's faster with a mouse or with tapping. I'm using a mouse because it's an emulator, but with tapping it's not rocket science either. And for now we have all the energy in the world to focus on all units, so it's not rocket science, we'll be able to complete all the missions anyway. So... And we make good use of the scrolls and everything else as well. Okay, now we can check out the chat. We just sent out a recruitment request as well. We're only level 1 and you see other guilds are level 3, so this means that they may be a better choice for optimizing rewards. This is just some extra adventure that I undertook. And I think that we're done. We could just focus on one level to see where we are and spend the 6 remaining energy. It's not that much. And we have one more unit. For synergy reasons, I'll just back up one of my strongest row with an attacker behind the defender. So it's 7 units, we're quite good. We should lose less than 2 people, but it's gonna happen that we're not losing any units whatsoever. Okay. So that was our only contribution. Pick up the gems. Weren't these crystals? That's interesting. So we will make progress sometime later. I think we're strong enough. In the town, I'm gonna check out these notifications. So check out notifications usually, at least the ones that you know are not fake. This is a fake one. Or at least if you want to spend $120 on getting a rare 3-star SSR, it's kind of overrated and overpriced for the utility. So you can spend money on other things if you want to. But obviously for the first week you have no idea, if this is your first playthrough, of what costs what. Okay, we have a newcomer gift that we can claim one time. Last time we had Kyklopses. We can either focus on Kyklops or this pirate. Good question. I would recommend doubling down on one of the units, actually the stronger unit. Let's see what kind of units we have. So here we see this view. We can only claim them once. And it seems like we have none of these units. So we need to choose. And this choice is not gonna be easy. So this choice is quite complicated. Where are we? Here. So we can get a Cov unit, we can get a Devil unit, a Tower unit, a Stronghold unit. By the way, these are the symbols. This is Cov. This is Inferno. You see this Devil symbol. This is Tower. I got used to it. And this is Stronghold. Now, my best bet would be either Stronghold or Inferno. I'll tell you why. And this is Dungeon. So, looking at our units, we're not that strong at anything really. But we have a GOG, we have an Imp. And we know that Devil is quite strong. So, or at least I know, that the unit Devil can attack the back row immediately, even if there are defenders in front of it. So it's not a bad idea to go for Inferno, and it seems like that for this other faction, let's see, this one, the only unit we have is this Wolf Rider. Remember, these were it's interesting that in the original game they were wolves basically, and then they got a rider and the third one. So it's not a good idea. For Inferno we have these two units. For Cov we just have the elemental. It's not a big deal. So I would, at the moment, knowing what I know, I would go for Inferno. But the choice will depend on you. You might need to do your own research. I'm not going for tower or dungeon or anything else. I'll go for Inferno. This is not a bad defense unit actually. This cannot be undone. This is a one-time thing. We got 80 demons. Okay. And we need to claim these 80 demons with the recruit. Two-star already. This will change things. Then, this is also a paid offer. This is also a paid offer. But we're coping quite well, so at the end of the day we'll see the ranking. And our ranking is gonna be quite good. We claim some Heavencast stones. Let's see the events. You need to scroll down or tap downward sometimes to see what else can be claimed. And let's see the store. Later we will have some 1 diamond purchases, but for now we don't have any. Sometimes you can get 888 diamonds in exchange for just spending 1 diamond. So I really don't mind about any of these purchases at the moment. I think these are just filters anyway of stuff that you saw already. So we're not spending anything here at the moment in terms of diamonds, and we're gonna collect the 20 diamonds here. We're gonna get 2 Astro Silvers tomorrow. I told you artifacts were supposed to come tomorrow, not today. Okay, let's see what else we can do. We have 24 scrolls to spend. And it's gone, like FTX. And let's see the roster. Yeah, we can focus on the roster a bit. This just increases our power. This is just a random administration. In any role-playing game, you know, you have to do these administrative parts. Range units. What kind of range units can be deployed? Just one. We may place this range unit elsewhere, by the way, but it still increases our power not significantly, slightly. We don't care about training grounds unless we run short of energy, because after all, the problem with training grounds is that if you check the rewards, there is no experience point reward. So why waste time on this? This can be a separate tutorial, maybe. After all, it's not easy. And sometimes luck-based. By the way, here, the main mission of the first week is to get as many parts of this unit as possible. We have 110 in total. I think with 80 you can already recruit it. So if you go to the units, you can see how many you need for Paladin. And Paladin is defensive, so maybe I'll just... Yeah, right now you have 0, but you need at least 80 to recruit it. So that's why we're doing this whole week, by the way. That our time later is gonna be easier. Okay, let's see if we can spend on anything. It's always worth purchasing these as often as we can. because of the spell scrolls, especially because of the spell scrolls. So arena, I'll spend strategically if there is anything specific worth getting, but right now I don't see anything that we badly need. In that case I just go for the swordsman. Next, campaign. This is the first time we're seeing this store. I'll get the crystals because either today or tomorrow we're gonna get the upgrades. I'll get the artifact updates, that's also important. And the rest, I mean, you can get a dwarf and ice elemental sooner or later if you have enough. But for now it's not a priority. Artifacts, we need to get these essences collected to purchase anything, and don't go nuts with purchasing because the low-hanging fruits can be acquired without essences, and sometimes you need to get 1800. So I'll always get the spell scrolls, I'll always get the crystals even if they are blue. Roster, borderline decision, whether you take them or not. I won't at the moment. I don't need them for the week 1 completion, and there are also other things where you can spend the same currency. So we keep on upgrading as long as we can, focusing on the main units so that we can make progress later in the campaign. This is just preparation for what's to come, so that we can progress uninterrupted. And now the units. So when you have a new unit, they are gonna be quite weak initially, but leveling them up, it's gonna be quite fast. So you level them up as much as you can. And enable their skills and everything. And then you have an objective view of what you can expect from them. Quick activation, you get a third star. And skill activation. Yeah, it seems like the second skill is not yet active. Okay. Anyway. So leveling up these units is not gonna be something that's required anymore, and we're done with the units. One last look at the artifacts. We haven't received anything new. Unfortunately at this stage you cannot really do much. Many of the artifact components are gonna be unlocked sometime later. For now we are collecting this Heavencast stone. We don't need to buy more because we have other means. Later they are gonna be useful, maybe even in week 1. So collecting them now doesn't really hurt. And by the way, when you click here, you see you cannot upgrade them yet, and here you can check the different components as well, what they do, what they increase, and so on. So I'm quite impressed with the progress, 47,000. I think tomorrow or the day after tomorrow there is gonna be a new event activated, so stay tuned for that. And by the way, we got a new unit, so we activate the new unit. It's not rocket science either. Before finishing this part, before the afternoon and or evening option, let's check what we will claim quite soon. So we'll need to level up to level 41. We're making good progress. Most important thing is leveling up depends on energy, so always stay below 120 because already now we got 2 energy since we stopped. Then main story, we need to go all the way to 1115 to get everything. Underground, this is gonna be difficult, but we have to go to all the way to level 9.5. Then units, we're making good progress, but we'll need to go all the way to purple +1 and so on. So for that we'll also need to make progress in the campaign. And unit rank as well, we make some progress. I'm not sure how far we'll go. We're spending these spell scrolls like crazy So we'll need to go all the way to 3000, just saying. After that we won't purchase the spare scrolls, we won't have to. And Hero Mastery, yeah. This is up to 200 refreshes. This might even cost some diamonds for up to 200, but I think it's gonna be worth it now that we get rewarded for it. Master, you see, it's not unlocked yet, it's level 31. We'll need to refresh masteries like crazy, every single day. Or we choose not to if it's too expensive. And I forgot to update this one thing, to claim the rewards. And claim the other one as well. Good. So then, just some micro optimization that I saw that we have 6 energy now. So why not advance a bit in the story? Just a bit. With the purchased energy and everything that we already have. We are advancing. And it might happen that before we conclude, we can do one more thing. And that one more thing, this is also a micro optimization, that we purchase something for 250 diamonds. And as we purchase something that we will need anyway, sooner or later, so as we make the purchase, then, so in the marketplace, this stone, then we will get 100 experience. Let's see, do we use 100? No, we need 324 and we have 76. You see, it's getting harder and harder to level up. So this optimization doesn't pay off, because what I was thinking about is that we spend 250 more diamonds and then we get rewarded by 100 XP and we level up, but we're quite far from it. So all we can do, at least now, is to rank this unit up. And we're set with the first part. We'll continue with the second part once we claim more energy.